All right, what is going on, everyone? And welcome back to Mets Weekly as we are live at this very moment on YouTube and on X for watch along coverage of the Mets versus Marlins game 51 of 162. But before we start, I want to remind everyone to subscribe to the Mets Weekly YouTube channel for live episodes of the Mets Weekly podcast following every single regular season game. I just finished one up about a half hour ago, so make sure to go check that out if you have not already. For those of you watching or listening on playback, you want to join the conversation in the future, make sure to turn on those post notifications to know when we go live. Follow us on X and on TikTok. Follow all of us individually. The links are all in the description. Either way, here we are, guys. We have now made it into 50 games in. We now go to Miami for a 3-game series against the team that mathematically ended our season last year. But either way, we will see what they are capable of doing here. If they're able to build on what they've been able to build on, we will see what happens. But again, they are coming off of a 4-game sweep with the Nationals. And I, again, had a full rundown of that in the latest podcast. So make sure to check that out, guys. But either way, we are just about ready to get underway. We will get into the pitching matchup first. We have Tobias Myers making the start today. Jonah Tong was called up earlier today in favor of Craig Kimbrell, who was DFA'd. Thank God. Tobias Myers will likely start this game. We don't know how long he's going to go, but so far, this will be technically his second start, as he did open for the Mets back in Chicago. He has been solid for them out of the bullpen as a long relief guy. He has had some blow-up outings, but either way, he's been remotely good. He's going to be facing Yuri Perez, a young right-hander. He's 24 years old, throws very, very hard, but he has really not been able to find his footing in the major leagues ever since undergoing Tommy John surgery. Now, as for the lineups, we start with the visiting New York Mets. In our New York Mets, leading off, the right fielder, Carson Benj, batting second. The shortstop, Bo Bichette, batting third. The designated hitter, Juan Soto, batting cleanup. The first baseman, Mark Vientos, batting fifth. The third baseman, Brett Beatty, batting sixth. The second baseman, Marcus Semien, batting seventh. The center fielder, A.J. Ewing, batting eighth. The left fielder, Nick Morabito, and batting ninth, the catcher, Luis Torrens. On the Marlins side, leading off, the second baseman, Xavier Edwards. Batting second, the first baseman, Liam Hicks. Regularly their catcher, but he is not catching today. Batting third, the third baseman, Connor Norby. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Kyle Stowers. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Jacob Marcy. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Esteveri Ruiz. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Owen Gacy. Batting eighth, the catcher, Joe Mack, which was the guy that I was trying to think of during the podcast earlier today. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Javier Sanoja. So either way, the Mets right now, they're going to be facing a right-hander in Yuri Perez, and they have Nick Morabito in the lineup. So this should be interesting. We all know that his specialty has been hitting left-handed pitching a lot throughout his minor league career. So this should be interesting, but I feel like we did all need a change and a shakeup from MJ Melendez. So I think getting a day off from MJ Melendez is something that they definitely need. No offense to MJ Melendez, but he just has not been getting the job done whatsoever. But we've got Carlos DeTwinkie, CDT, as we have been saying. Marlins in over tonight, so he's not confident about the Mets winning. And then we also have Matt in the chat here saying, "What's up, Carson?" And everyone, let's get a win tonight. Absolutely. Let's hope that the Mets can continue on what they have been doing so far in May, which has been pretty good baseball. But they still have a long way to go. But either way, we're about 4 minutes away from first pitch here in Miami for the series opener, Mets versus Marlins, as we see a beautiful, beautiful day in beautiful evening right now in Miami as we are just about to get started. I just have to transfer some stuff over here. My bad, guys. Kind of overlapped into my responsibilities that I had before this started. But I should be all good once this game starts. But either way, let's see what they're going to be able to do. This is a team that they should be able to beat, but we all know, given the history, you just never know with Mets versus Marlins, as this is a team that always plays the Mets tough, no matter what. And, you know, the Mets are just going to have to try and overcome whatever they usually overcome against the Marlins, which can always be a very scrappy team that puts the ball in play. We know that last year they were fantastic with runners in scoring position. They were one of the best, actually, believe it or not, but they just experienced a lot of injuries. This is always usually a young team because they always have assets flowing in and out. They've been pretty much in like a 30-year rebuild ever since their World Series title. And that's not really an insult. I think all Marlins fans can agree that's basically what has been going on. But either way, it will be Benj, Bichette, and Soto for the Mets to start off this game. As the Mets so far this year, 22-28 to begin the season. And they've got a long way to go. The winner of this series will exit Miami in fourth place in the National League East Division. All right, so that is all set. I think we are good. Awesome. Either way, some things to look out for this game, as they are showing the Bartolo Colon behind the back flip. I don't know why that's being of significance on May 22nd, but whatever. Obviously, right now, like I said, going into this game, what I was saying in our podcast, this is a team that gives up a lot of bases. They walk the ballpark. They give up a decent amount of stolen bases with their young catchers behind the plate. So again, I want to see them running when they do get on base. I want them to be aggressive in this series. Who knows what happens? But we will see. Either way, we are just about a minute away from first pitch here in Miami. And they will be going up against Yuri Perez, who has been off to a rough start so far. He's shown potential in the past. He's coming back from Tommy John surgery. And hopefully, they are going to be able to scratch out a win here in the series opener, as there's a show of the lineup. You've got Melendez on the bench. You have Brujan on the bench, and then you also have Sanger and Taylor. You have all three of the young outfielders out there together. Morbido in left, Ewing in center, and Benj in right. Maxwell saying at least Kimbrel is finally gone. Yeah, hallelujah. Don't have to watch that guy pitch anymore. But I saw that Carlos Mendoza was saying that they didn't close the door on a possible return of him to the big leagues. Fuck off. Please. That would be nice. And I mean that in the most sincere way possible, as there's a look of the Marlins defense. Ruiz, Marcy, Casey in the outfield, and then the infield left to right, Connor Norby at third base, Javier Sanoja, Xavier Edwards, and Liam Hicks, who is usually their regular catcher, who's having a phenomenal season so far. Either way, we're just about to go. There is Clayton McLeod, who is in his second season as their manager, with, I believe, Skip Schumacher going elsewhere a few years ago. But either way, he was the first base coach from 2021 to 2024 with the Dodgers for 10 seasons, as we are just about to get started here in Miami. Like I said during the podcast, Matt should be here maybe about halfway through the game. I'm not sure of what the whole schedule is. But either way, we are underway right here in Miami. Let me just move the scoreboard. First pitch to Benj is a fastball in there at 96 miles an hour, and it is 0-1. Benj was insane in the National Series in D.C. I believe he had a total of 11 hits in that series. He was just remarkable as he's starting to show his stride, as that one is lifted out to right center field. And Marcy makes a fantastic catch, crashing into the wall. 1 out. Jesus. We all know. That's what they turn into against us. That's basically the MO, right? Marcy, catch with his right hand, runs into the wall. Did that touch the wall? I have absolutely no idea. But the typical defense that the Marlins have against the Mets continues. Exactly. I'm so sick of it too. Right where with you, Patrice. 99 miles an hour fouled off in the first pitch to Bo Bichette. Bichette has quite a career, actually, against the Miami Marlins. He is an all-time 455 hitter. He is 20 for 44 in his career against them. The 0-1. Bounce to the left side. The shortstop, Sanoha, is up with it. Throws to first in time. 2 outs on 4 pitches for the Mets. Yep, they always play like it's their World Series. I expect there to be nothing else. So here's Soto with 2 out and nobody on. First pitch. As that changeup misses low and it's 1-0. Soto, in his last 8 games, batting .387. He has 5 home runs. He has been red hot. As that top 3 of Benj, Bichette, and him were all great in that National Series, as that fastball is fouled off, and the count's now even 1-1. Yuri Perez, like I said, 24 years old, has struggled recently to start off the season. He misses that one with 100 miles an hour fastball outside, and it is 2-1 to Soto. Two one on the way. Sinker fouled off into the seats behind the screen. His last 5 starts, a 6.49 earned run average. So it's been really a struggle for Yuri Perez. Let's hope that the Mets don't do what they usually do, and they become a get-right offense for a struggling pitcher. We've seen that plenty this year. 2-2 to Soto. Fastball misses upstairs, and that runs a full count. Mark Vientos on deck. He'll pitch 7 innings tonight. The 3-2. Inside fastball fouled off behind the screen. Bounces back to Mac behind the plate. Bounces back to Mac. That rhymed, didn't it? Okay. Yuri Perez, hard thrower, as we all know. It's quite the repertoire, but again, it's been rough for him. 3-2 to Soto. Lifted in the air, deep to right field. That will get a courtesy look in right field, but it is long gone into the second deck for Juan Soto. 10th home run of the year. Hopefully I can play the sound effect. For some reason, it is not working. Guys, Bear with me. But either way, it's 1-0 Mets. Can this thing not do this? Please. Nope, I need that. That, and I want that. There we go. Climb aboard, get ready to explore. Okay. 1-0 Mets. 449 feet to the second deck. That is quite the statement. Swung on and missed by Vientos, and it's now 0-2. And Juan Soto, man, he is just red hot right now. What a fucking tank into the second deck. He just destroyed that thing. And that off-speed pitch misses outside from Yuri Perez. So the struggles continue for Yuri Perez, who I believe has also had a lot of struggles in the first inning. So maybe the Mets can continue to take advantage of that. 2 out, nobody on. Vientos fouls off that changeup. And it is 1-2. Still. What a rocket. Vientos protecting Soto. Maybe. 1-2 to Vientos. Popped up behind the plate. Mack sheds his mask, makes the catch right next to the screen to retire the side, but the Mets go up 1-0, courtesy of Juan Soto's 10th home run of the year, which was a complete piss missile to the second deck. 1-0 Mets. Going into the bottom of the first, Tobias Myers will take the mound. Wow, that was a freaking tank. I want to watch that again. But, again, I don't know if I have the capacity to watch the clip again. Let me see if it's on Twitter. That was just a freaking missile. Wow. Middle, crushed. What a beast. No one was there to collect the ball. Yep. That pretty much tells you he just sent that into orbit right there. Wow. What a freaking missile. Vientos doing his Pete impression. Yep. Swinging at sliders way outside like Pete. Should have been 2-0. Benj got fucking robbed on that double. Well, at least they're teeing off on a guy that's been struggling. That's good. So, a couple of hard hit balls in that inning. And, yeah. And now they are showing us, last year, which I'm sure is so fun to relive because SNY loves their disgusting narratives. Either way, 1-0 Mets here in the bottom of the first. And there's Lindor. We miss you, Lindor. I mean, at least I miss him. I know a lot of people don't like him, but nice little faceplant into missing the playoffs, as we all know. Tobias Myers making the start. First pitch to Edwards is grounded to the right side. Mark Vientos makes the flip to first, 1 out. There's the lineup. It'll be Edwards, who just got out, Hicks, and then Norby for the Marlins here in the bottom of the first. A team that, again, this is a team that has given the Mets fits. The 1 and 2 hitters in this lineup are the only ones with an OPS over 700 going into this game. So we all know that the guys who do not have 800 OPSs in this lineup will be beating the living shit out of us. And there's a lot of them. Here's Liam Hicks, who has been phenomenal this year. He is a major league leading 42 RBIs. Who would have thought that Liam Hicks would be the guy in that category 50 games into the season? First pitch, fastball, popped foul into the left field seats, and it's quickly 0-1. Hicks in his second year, he's really broken out so far. 9 home runs. They have a legitimate star to protect Soto in the lineup. Somebody pull the Mets cleanup stats. It's abysmal. I don't know if I'm going to call Vientos a star. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And that one is flied out to left field. Nick Morabito jumping grab into foul territory to retire Hicks. 2 out. That'll bring up Connor Norby. I do want Lindor back in that leadoff spot when/if he comes back. It's going to be a while, but they're just going to have to hold down the fort until then. Maybe play some winning baseball. As Nick Morabito leaping grab. Here, first pitch to Norby. Fastball misses upstairs. Norby was one of the pieces that was returned from Baltimore in exchange for Trevor Rogers at the deadline 2 years ago. Some notice as an overpay, but Trevor Rogers has been pretty good for the Orioles as that fastball misses outside, and it's quickly 2-0 to Norby. Norby has not been fantastic. OPS under 700 like most of this lineup. 2-0. That one is ripped down the third base line foul into the ball boy's glove. You have a rookie outfield, like we said, Morabito, Ewing, Benj. All can play all 3 positions out there. And then the infield, Beatty from left to right. Beatty, Bichette, Simeon, and Vientos at first base. As that one misses, 3-1 to Norby. With Kyle Stowers on deck. That one is popped foul. Terens gives it a look, but does not go for it. Who's joining me? I'm sure Andrew will probably be here by the second or third inning, he said yesterday. 3-2, misses inside. Splitter. And it's a 2-out base runner for the Marlins here. So like I was saying, in the podcast just a few moments ago, getting the first 2 outs and then struggling to get the third one as that continues here in this first inning. Tobias Myers is actually from Winter Haven, Florida, so he's from this area. Pickoff attempt at first base as Norby gets back there safely. Here's Kyle Stowers. Stowers has not been great this year in comparison to last year. Their lone all-star last year in the Midsummer Classic. That one is flown out to center field. Onto the edge of the warning track is Ewing to make the catch and retire the side. A 10-pitch first inning for Tobias Myers. We go to the second. It is 1-0 New York Mets. Let's see. Is Doe's gonna follow him up? It looks like Jonah Tong might actually pitch in this game as he was called up today. So we'll see what happens there. Maybe he gets some bulk innings. I don't know. Again, I'm not really in first agreement with calling up Tong right now, but we'll see. Maybe he'll be able to figure something out against a Marlins lineup that, bottom part of it has not been fantastic. One game, and they'll have a 1-2-3 inning. Yeah, they have like maybe one every 2 games. Yeah, I don't see the reason why to be doing this, but whatever. We'll see. So Stowers is going to kill us. Well, he got a pretty good hold of that one, but Ewing was able to squeeze it. It'll be Beatty, Semien, and Ewing for the Mets in the road second. 1-0 Mets here in Miami. I was in favor of trading him for Joe Ryan. Sal called me a dumbass. Oh, Tong? No. I feel like if it was Tong for like Sandy Alcantara, I feel like that would be something. That would be something I would have done. For Joe Ryan, I don't know. I think Joe Ryan's a little bit more high three, low two of a rotation. What's going on, Michael? How you doing? No confidence in Tong. Need a miracle. We'll see. I mean, listen, he's still young. I'm not going to completely write him off yet, but it has been come with some struggles. Ryan is real. 6 to 7 innings every single game. I mean, sure, but I don't think he's healthy right now. Here's Beatty. First pitch is a sweeper that balloons out high and outside, and it's 1-0. Beatty had a solid series in Washington. The last 12 games, he has a 928 OPS, but I'm going to need to see a lot more. The guy is in his 5th year. Swung on and missed at that fastball right down the middle, and it's 1-1. Sorry, guys.
She want to go viral.
And time is called by Beatty. Perez gets a new ball. 1-1. Sweeper in there for a called strike, and it's 1-2. Beatty has looked better recently, I will say. But again, he's got to build on it. 1-2. Grounded to the right side, like I've been saying. Hicks. And flips it over to Yuri Perez for the out. 1 down. That'll bring up Marcus Semien. Ryan who? Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan is who he's talking about. I think Joe Ryan's out for an extended period of time, though. It's like a open bullpen door that needs to be fixed. There's something taped over it as Ruiz attends to it. Beatty running out that ground ball. I don't know why they're showing this right now. Someone pull something? I don't know. First pitch to Semien. Fastball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I'm not writing in for any of them. I just can't do it. The 0-1 popped up on the infield towards foul territory. Hicks makes himself an over-the-shoulder catch. 2 down. There's glazing his gigantuan size. Oh, Yuri Perez. Yeah, he's a big dude. Yeah, I'm never buying into Beatty or Vientos ever again. I'm sorry. It'll never happen. Here's Ewing with 2 out and nobody on. And that sinker misses low and outside, and it's 1-0. Ewing, so far, has looked good. Followed up the end of the homestand with a good 4-game series. Didn't start one of them. Fouls that slider back, and the count's now even 1-1. Ewing, we all know, has had some great patience. Maybe a little too much for his own good, I would say. He's been staring at a few strikes, so hopefully that can be cleaned up. The 1-1. Fastball misses low, and it's 2-1 here to Ewing. But either way, not much that you can say. Sean Manaea warming up in the bullpen right now, so that does not make me feel warm and fuzzy at all. We'll see how long Myers goes as he's through 1 inning. 2-1, sweeper upstairs. And now it's 3-1 to Ewing with Morabito on deck. Three one. Fastball, cold strike at the knees, and the count now runs full. We'll see what the two-strike approach looks like here. Like I said, a lot of staring at pitches for Ewing. Just want to see that, a little less frequent. 3-2. Fastball lifted into the air to deep center field. Marcy back on it. Few steps into the warning track. Makes the catch to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Yuri Perez. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0. New York Mets. So we'll see if Myers goes out for another inning. I'd figure he is. Agree, but he's here and he's going to eat innings. Yeah, I don't even think he's playable at this point, Manaea. I just don't. It'll be Marcy, Ruiz, and Owen Casey. Just a mess, guys. Just a mess. Not ideal. Just not ideal. Let me just flip this over. Back in Miami for the bottom of the second. It is 1-0 Mets. Juan Soto responsible for that run. Solo home run in the top of the first. First pitch to Marcy, swung on a miss at the breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Sounds like Senga got hard hit tonight. Yeah, I really don't care at this point. I really don't. I just don't care. I'm so over it. That splitter is in there. It will be challenged, as it was called a ball by the home plate umpire, Corey Blazer. And that will get overturned. It's going to be 0-2 to Marcy. All right. To Marcy. Slap the other way, and that'll go foul into the left field seats. Just catching up on some stuff, guys. My bad. Hey, it's been a hectic day. Let's just say that. To keep it short and sweet. 0-2 for Myers. That fastball misses up and away. And it is 1-2. The 1-2 popped foul into the seats. 1-2. That one misses outside, and it's 2-2 to Marzi. Rhino play by play. Yeah, get in here. Grounded to shortstop. Bo Bichette up with it. Throws to first. 1 out. Do you think Bo Bichette will have over 3 hits in this series? Likely. In this game? Probably not. I think he gave up 3 runs already. Oh well. Not my problem. Or at least not my problem until it is. Here's Esteury Ruiz. And that first pitch sits high. Slider. Ruiz is a known speedster. Was with the A's for a little bit. Now he's with the Marlins. That one fouled back. Fastball. Counts now even. One to Ruiz, and that is laced towards the right center field gap. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Ewing picks it up, and in with a 1-out double is Esteury Ruiz. And that is the Marlins' first hit of the night. So, Miami's got themselves a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the second inning. See how long they go with Tobias Myers. And that's it. That's going to be it for Tobias Myers. So, Shamanai will come in to try and strand the runner. Lovely. Okay. So Shamanaya comes in. That'll be it for Tobias Myers. So it was an opening gig. And yeah, that'll be it. So Myers faces 5 batters, retires 4 of them. And they will leave with a runner on second. Yeah, it looks like Manaya is going to... Why do they still see this guy as a fucking guy? Whatever, guys. Whatever, right? Don't question the does. It's fucking ridiculous. Never question the does. Am I right? The does. Why'd we call up Tong if Manaya is coming in? I have no idea, man. I really don't. Wish I could tell you. I think with the Holmes injury, it might be season over. Now we don't have the pitching. Won't be able to eat innings with an exhausted pen. Repeat of last year, pretty much. Listen, it's a big loss to lose him. Sinker in there for a strike to Owen Casey. Like I said, one of the key pieces that was in return to the Marlins for Edward Cabrera in the offseason. That sweeper misses completely, and that will even up the count at 1-1. So Manaya. The 1-1 is a step off there from Manaya. He checks in the runner at second. Such a fucking joke, man. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop at this point. I'm not even like... The 1-1. Sinker misses inside, and it's 2-1. This is fucking ridiculous, man. This looks like desperation mode. Rather see Manaea over Tong. Both choices suck. I'd rather go with Tong, personally. That's a called strike at the knees. Counts now even 2-2. Joe Mack on deck. Slight shift in the infield. Two. Breaking ball with the runner going. Fouled down the first base line. And Ruiz will go back to second. Ruiz is really good at stealing third. 80% in his career. 28 for 32 on attempts. Two from Manaea. Fastball fouled back. It was 94 from Manaea. Ooh. The velocity might be back. Two. Step off. And I believe that is his second disengagement. Yes. So now Esteury Ruiz can just go to third base. Great. And there he goes. And no throw. As Terens fakes the throw, Esteury Ruiz steals third, his 8th of the season. And it is now a full count. Three-two. Bounce to the right side. That's a fair ball. Vientos will step on first for the second out, but the run will come home as we've got ourselves a tie ball game here in Miami. Fucking ridiculous. Just have no patience, man. I have no patience for shit like this. Such a joke. Give it right fucking back. They wrote a poem about this guy. There's Joe Mack. It's quickly 2-0 as those first sinkers miss inside. 2-0. In there for a called strike, a sinker, 2-1. That one at 91 miles an hour. Two to Mack. That one is fouled back, and now the count's 2-2. Why is this guy on the team? Money. That's about it. Two. Bounce to the right side. Foul. Manaea is so slow to the plate. Yeah, it's so easy to steal on him. Exactly. Two to Mack. That is an inside-out grounder to Beatty. He barehands it, throws to first, not in time, and it's an infield single with 2 out here for Joe Mack. So Beatty gets the barehand on it. Throw was not strong enough on the run, and that is the second hit of the inning here for Miami as the Mets continue to dig themselves an even bigger hole. That'll bring up Javier Sanoja, the speedy shortstop. That one is fouled down the third base line. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 from Anaya. Checked his swing. He did not go as that misses low inside with the sweeper. And the count's even 1-1. That run will be charged to Myers. 1-2. In there for a called strike at the knees, and it's 1-2 to Sanoha. One, two. Lined into center field. Back goes Ewing a couple of strides. He makes the catch on the run. That'll retire the side, but not before. The Marlins tie the game. We go to the third. It is 1 apiece in Miami. Mets need a bigger lead. Yeah. They're going to keep on throwing garbage out here like this. It'll be Morabito, Terens, and Benj for the Mets in the third. Game already tied 1-1. Okay. I just saw something on my Twitter timeline was very scary, and I'm not even going to address it. Okay. Can't believe he punted a game we led.
Dose!
That'll do it for you. Then why bring it up? Because it was Mets related, but it just was very sore subject. So, you know, when you talk through it, these opponents look so much faster. Yeah, they got scrappy guys on this team. Back in Miami, Nick Morabito will lead off for the Mets here in the third against Yuri Perez. First pitch is fouled down the left field line, 0-1. Morabito still looking for his first hit of his young major league career. He is 0 for 4, was hit by a pitch in his debut. But that has been it. The 0-1. That fastball misses inside, and it's 1-1. Morabito, second round pick by the Mets in 2022. The 1-1. In there for a called strike, a slider, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. Sweeper misses low, and the count's now even. Stearns extended Mendoza. No. No. 2-2. Swung on a miss at a slider. And down goes Morabito on strikes. 1 down. That'll bring up Luis Terens. So Nick Morabito still has not gotten his first major league hit yet. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, Manaya's too good for surgery. Too good for it. I don't get it. I really don't. Yuri Perez adjusting his hat here. Here's Luis Torrens with one out, nobody on. First pitch is fouled back, a fastball high and in. And it's 0-1 to Torrens. And that one is swung on and missed. Slider. And it's quickly 0-2 to Torrens. Perez up to 35 pitches now on his outing. The 0-2. Swung on and missed at a breaking ball out of the strike zone. 2 down. And that'll bring up Benj and turn over the order. Benj is 0 for 1 after a huge hard out to start off the game. Jacob Marzi made a fantastic play on the run, crashing into the wall, showing his massive hands. Yuri Perez. First pitch to Benj. Swung on and missed at a fastball, and it's 0-1. Like we said, Benj has been swinging a phenomenal bat recently. The 0-1. And that one is called outside on a curveball, but it's going to be challenged, and I believe it's going to be overturned, as Joe Mack will challenge it behind the plate. And the Marlins will win that challenge, so it's quickly 0-2 to Benj. And Yuri Perez is one pitch away from striking out the side. Oh-2 from Perez. Grounded to the right side. Edwards up with it. Throws to first in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Yuri Perez. As we go to the bottom of the third here in Miami, it is tied 1-1. I have to watch the Nats stream. He just read out a list of injured Mets, and they included Alonso. Cool. So it'll be at the top of the order against likely Manaea here in the third. Edwards, Hicks, and Norby. Back in Miami, bottom of the third. Game tied 1-1. As Xavier Edwards will lead off the inning. Switch hitter batting right. And he takes the first pitch. Fastball high and in. 1-0 against Manaea, who took over for Myers last inning. 1-0. Lazy fly ball out to left field. Morbido coming on. Makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Liam Hicks. He's 0 for 1 today. That sweeper is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Thank God we have a speedy outfield now. Definitely. The 0-1 sweeper completely misses, low and away. And it's 1-1. What's going on, Stoned? One one in there for a called strike, and it's 1-2. Swung on and missed at a sweeper, strike 3, and now that's 2 down here in the third. So here we go. Mets get the first 2 outs. So are they going to get you a 1-2-3 inning here, or are they just going to fuck around? Here's Norby. Swung on and missed at that first pitch sinker, and it's 0-1. Norby, first time up, walked in the first inning. That one is low. Count's now even. Never want to see Alvarez or Senga play again on the Mets. Alvarez, I'll give a little bit more time to, but yes, Senga can go. Swung on a miss at a middle fastball. 1-2. So, can we get ourselves a 1-2-3 inning? Come on, Manaya. 1-2 to Norby. That one's fouled back. One, two. That one's fouled as well. We'll do it again. One, two. Lifted in the air to left field, but that'll go foul again. Manure hasn't looked too bad this inning. Let's finish. I would just want to finish the inning before we get into that, because this team loves to get the first 2 outs and then just shit themselves. 1-2, fouled off. Come on, Manaya. The 1-2 just misses outside. Two to Norby. Swung on and missed at a sinker, low and outside. That retires the side. Back-to-back strikeouts to finish the inning for Manaya. We go to the 4th. It's 1-1. For those of you in here, make sure to hit the like button. There's plenty of you in here who have not hit the like button yet, so that would be greatly appreciated. We find that very insulting if you don't. We actually don't, but we prefer it. That would be very, very nice. All right. There we go. Perfect. Bo Bichette. And it's now an 0-2 count from Yuri Perez. Bichette grounded out his first time up, and he's 0 for 1. That one is fouled off. Hit us with Does fighting aliens, please. Yeah, I'll get that to you guys. Don't worry. I just have to get a nice one. Swung on and missed on the slider. One down. That'll be the next Does reference. I promise you guys that. Looks like the bat's put away for the day. Yep. Except this one. Juan Soto, who is responsible for the Mets' only run and hit with a massive solo home run in the first inning. It cleared the second deck. Did he hold his swing? No, he did not on that sinker, and it's 0-1. Soto up to 10 home runs in the year, five in his last 9 games. 0-2. Sweeper in there for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2 to Soto. He has been on quite the tear recently. All in losses, yep. Can't do it by himself. He's Juan Soto. 0-2. Slider misses low and in the dirt. One two to Soto. And that changeup misses low and outside. And the count's now even. Two-two. Line to the opposite field, and that's going to drop in front of Ruiz for a base hit. Juan Soto's got his second hit of the day, the second hit for the New York Mets all game. And it is a 1-out base runner for the Mets here with Vientos coming up. So Soto off to a fast start. 2 for 2. The home run. Now a single here. That'll bring up Mark Vientos. First pitch, grounded to short. I knew that was going to happen. Grounded to shortstop. The turn, and that'll do it here. And I knew that was happening. I knew it was coming. Just fucking knew it. We go to the bottom of the fourth here. 1-1. Anyone just feel it happening? Like, knew that. I just knew it. I knew it. Knew it. Felt too good to be true, didn't it? Yeah. Garrett Cole looks like an ace again. Good for him. They aren't scoring again tonight. Swaggy V going for an 22 hitless streak, isn't he? Yep. Sounds about right. It'll be Stowers, Marcy, and Ruiz for the Marlins in the bottom of the fifth. – We need Lindor back in a bad way. His bat would help so much. Nah, he's a cancer. Cancer in the clubhouse. We don't need him. We're so much better without him. We need Jared Young. We're going to get him back eventually. Probably this week. Stowers takes a sinker for a called strike, and then one down and away. 1-1. There's Juan Soto and Benj hanging out together. That sinker is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 to Stowers. Stowers is 0 for 1. As he flew out to center his first time up. 1-2. That fastball misses high and away. And the count's even. 2-2. Breaking ball foul tipped out of the glove of Luis Torrens. We'll do it again. Vientos will do nothing for 3 weeks. Then Vientos will finally hit a home run. Stearns will be happy. 2-2. In there for a called strike 3. Sinker at the top of the zone. Down goes Stowers. That is Manaya's third strikeout of the night. If we're begging for Jared Young. Hey, Jared Young hit pretty well for us. Can't be excluding Jared Young, man. I know he's not the best, but he's a better option than Melendez. Here's Jacob Marcy. First pitch in there for a strike, a sinker. The 0-1 grounded to Beatty. His throw pulls Vientos off the bag, but he applies the tag. 2 down. He hit 100 in Korea. Now, he was great in Korea, man. Yeah, y'all hating on Jared Young, man. Y'all are haters. Here's Esteury Ruiz, who doubled his last time up, stole third, and scored a run. As he bluffs a bunt, but he pulls it back. Good tag there by Vientos. The 1-0. In there for a called strike. Counts now even. That fastball misses up and away. And it's 2-1. 2-1 in there for a called strike. Sinker at the knees. And it's 2-2 to Ruiz. Manaya already at 45 pitches. Actually pitching pretty efficiently. Fly to right field. Benj coming towards the line, and he will not make the catch. It lands fair. It'll go all the way to the wall. Esteury Ruiz will pull into third with a 2-out triple here. The Marlins' third hit of the day. And Esteury Ruiz continues to be a thorn in the Mets' side. Double now and a triple. Good effort there by Benj in right field. Couldn't come up with it. And once again, Mets get the first 2 outs. And then that happens. What else is new? And Ruiz, very, very fast. Gets to third very easily. Here's Jacob Marcy. Or excuse me. This is Owen Casey. My bad. He's 0 for 1. And that one is lined. Base hit up the middle, past the diving Semien, and into center field. Ruiz will come in to score, and the Marlins here have grabbed the lead 2-1. Like I said, guys, what did I say? Get the first 2 outs, and then they just fucking vomit all over themselves. It's unreal. Do it every time. Here's Joe Mack, who hit an infield single his last time up. The 1-0 in there for a called strike in the outer part of the plate. Meatball. Yep. 1-1. Swung on and miss at that sinker. Foul tipped it. 1-2. And that's why I don't trust him. And he's horrible. He's washed. He's done. And they're just continuing to try and salvage this crap. It's ridiculous. 1-2 to Mac. That sweeper completely misses. It counts now even 2-2. Two, grounded to the right side. Semien up with it, throws to first in time. That'll retire the side, but not before the Marlins take the lead here in the 4th. On an RBI single by Owen Casey. We go to the 5th. 2-1 Miami. Gary jinx again. Did he jinx something? It'll be Beatty, Semien, and Ewing in the road 5th. Manure looking good. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Back in Miami with the Mets up 2-1. Mets down 2-1. Brett Beatty will lead off in the top of the 5th.
She wanna go viral.
First pitch from Perez. Fouled off. The 0-1. Sweeper popped up, and that'll go foul. And it's quickly 0-2 to Beatty. No adjusting ABs. Pitchers just get them out the same way. Yeah. Oh, 2 to Beatty. Bounced foul as Beatty chases that one and flicks it down the third base line. Oh, 2. Breaking ball popped up. Javier Sanoja under it on the outfield grass. Makes the catch, 1 out. How much would Sandy cost? Always liked him. I don't know. We'll see. They've held out on those trades for a while, so we'll see. That'll bring up Marcus Semien. Semien is 0 for 1 today. Here's a first pitch called strike, fastball. 0 1. One. Sinker misses inside. One. Sweeper fouled off. And it's now 1-2 to Semien. Mets are really this ass. Thought they would snap out of it by now. We all thought so. That is tapped to the right side. Hicks diving into the bag, and he makes the play. 2 out. Here's A.J. Ewing. First pitch misses outside. A sinker. 1-0. Ewing flew out his last time up. He's 0 for 1. 1-0. Fouled off. 2 proven hitters. Bunch of question marks in the lineup. I miss Lindor and hell, even Polanco at this point. I mean, I miss Polanco straight up. Polanco's a good hitter. I know everybody doesn't think so because he started off rough, but he's a good hitter. 1-1. Fouled back, and it's now 1-2 to Ewing. Mets are sleepwalking through this game. Looks like it. One, 2 to Ewing. Curveball misses low, and the count's now even 2-2. Two. Tap down the third base line. That'll go foul. I always know the season is officially over when a boomer posts about 1973. I saw one today. Yeah. So much potential down the drain. Pretty much the entire Mets franchise right there. Miami ass throw at them. Night, of course, they're tired. I hate road horse. 2-2 to Ewing. That breaking ball sits high. And it's a full count. Yep. There's the Baby Mets bounce over. I'm not calling them the Baby Mets. Baby Mets was the last one. That didn't really work out. Swung on and missed at a high fastball. That'll retire the side. Halfway through this game, to the bottom of the fifth we go. 2-1 Miami. There's no power up and down this organization. There's one guy, but I don't know if he's ready, and that being Ryan Clifford, who has some really, really good power, but definitely not in the prolific sense. Okay. Shamanaya will come back out to the mound, faced Javier Sanoja. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters. First pitch, swung on and missed at that sweeper, and it's 0-1. Manaya took over in the second inning. Still shoving. The 0-1 to Sanoja is foul tipped and got a piece of Terens as Terens hops up and tries to stretch that one out, and it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2. Line down the left field line. That is going to go all the way to the wall and into the corner. Morabito picks it up. Sanoja is in with a leadoff double here in the fifth. Got to bring up his Xavier Edwards. Edwards is 0 for 2 today. He bluffs a bunt, takes it back, and that one misses 1-0. Xavier is 0 for 2, grounded out in the first inning, and flew out in the third. Bunt attempt is fouled back. Evens the count. Corners are in here for the Mets, so I'm expecting them to continue to bunt with Edwards. The 1-1, bunt attempt again. He pulls it back. That sinker misses outside, and it's 2-1. So Manaya can't even get the fucking ball over the plate, so that's great. Jonah Tong warming up in the Mets bullpen. So we'll see what happens there. That bunt is popped up, and it will bounce in front of Manaya and go foul. I was at a dance with the girls. What happened? People yelling at Doze. What'd he do? He brought in Manaya, which is always fun. Two to Edwards. Lined. Caught on the hop by Bo Bichette. Just what the doctor ordered for the first out. Got to bring up Liam Hicks. Sanoha goes back to second. Fastball in for a strike. Hicks is 0 for 2. Flew out his first time up, and he struck out in the third inning against Manaya. The 0-1 popped up. It looks like this will stay in the ballpark for Beatty. Makes the catch. 2 out. And Sanoha goes right back to second. So Manaya is 1 out away from stranding this runner. What do you guys think is going to happen? Why is Sean still on this fucking team? I don't know, Turbo. I really don't know. Manaya is trash. Holy shit, Manaya is getting so lucky. Here comes another 2-out hit. And there is a stolen base of third. Javier Sanoha, his third stolen base of the year. A runner at third now here with 2 outs. First pitch was a called strike to Connor Norby. As Sanoha gets around that tag. As there's an on-field delay here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, they're looking for interference on the throw. Javier Sanoha, Yorvad Rivas, Jose Tanay, hated here. Pretty much, yeah. The 0-1. Lined into left field. Nick Morabito dives, makes the catch. Side retired. So the Mets behind Manaya strand a leadoff double from Sanoha. And we go to the 6th. The Mets down 2-1. Catch there by Morabito. Nicholas Morabito. They hit Manaya so hard, the outfielders need resting their gloves. Yeah. This Morabito kid needs to get his first hit here. Yeah, he's due up what? He's due up first, yeah. There's a Mets content creator that smashed his face into jumping into a turnstile. What? What? When the hell did this happen? Was it him? Really? Fuck? I mean, apologies for laughing, but Jesus Christ. Wow. Well, hope he's okay. He went on FT looking like he got punched in the face. No video? Well, you shouldn't jump a fucking turnstile, you fucking idiot. All right, here's Perez back out to the mound for the 6th inning as the Mets are allowing him to cruise like they do with every fucking pitcher. Morabito fouls that fastball off, and it's 1-1. Morabito's 0 for 5 so far in his young major league career, yet to get his first hit. 1-1. Check swing, and he went, says the first base umpire and the home plate umpire, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. Fastball misses high. 2-2. It'll be Morabito, Terens, and then Benj. Two. Strike 3 called. Fastball froze him. One down. That'll bring up Luis Terens. That was last week. I said 7 innings. He may pitch a complete game. At the rate he's going, yeah. Show some fucking fight here. First pitch to Terens. Sinker inside, but clips the inside corner. 0-1. Perez is having his way today. Of course he is. The 0-1. Swung on and missed at a slider. Down and away. And it's 0-2. The 0-2. Sinker misses inside. He did not swing. And it's 1-2 to Terens. One, two. Slash foul down the first base line. One, two. Sweeper misses outside, and now the count's even. This guy gave up 5 runs and walked players last inning. Yep. Luis Terens lifts that one out to left field. Back goes Ruiz, jumps, and slides into the wall. Makes the catch, 2 out. Terens gave that one a whirl, but it was not hit hard enough. That'll bring up Benj with 2 out and nobody on. First pitch to Benj, curveball misses outside. Marlins are challenging, but they are not going to get it. Mets would make David Peterson look good. They do that a lot by bailing him out with their defense. They do that a lot with them. The 1-0. Sweeper catches the corner. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 to Benj. He went, says the third base umpire, at a high fastball. 1-2. Perez at 78 pitches. Trying to get through the sixth here. See how long he goes. As it doesn't seem like the Mets are hitting him that much. The 1-2. Sinker misses outside. And the count's now even. Two-two to Benj. Slider down and in. That rides the count full. The 3-2. Flied out to center field. Back goes Marcy onto the track at the wall. Leaping, makes the catch. Of course he did. Fucking Christ. I give up. I really do. We go to the bottom of the sixth. 2-1 Miami. Unfucking believable, I swear. It's uncanny, isn't it? Really is just uncanny. Can you tell me what team this happens to more? That one right here is how I know. Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. Can't catch a fucking break. Stowers, Marcy, and Ruiz for the bottom of the sixth. The Knicks fans, by the way, OG Anunoby was announced to second all-defensive team just now. Congrats to him. Jonah Tong will come in to make his season debut with the Mets down a run here in the sixth. So Shamania's day is done. 3 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Jonah Tong this year in AAA. It hasn't been great for him. Been allowing a decent amount of home runs. But still the high strikeout numbers as he had last year. So we'll see what he can do. But it's definitely not been a fun road so far. He's been mixing in a lot new pitches, so let's see if they pay off here. Kyle Stowers will lead off, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. First pitch, swung on and missed at that high fastball. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 swung on a miss at a high fastball once again. 97 from Tong. And now it's 0-2 to Stowers. It'll be Stowers, Marcy, and then Ruiz. The 0-2 from Tong. Popped up into shallow left field. Morabito under it. 1 out. So 3 pitches and the first out for Jonah Tong. That'll bring up Jacob Marcy, who's 0 for 2 today. First pitch, swung on a miss at that changeup. Wow. 0-1. But Tong throwing strikes and throwing them early. That insane Lincecum windup. The 0-1. Curveball bends in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Oh. The 0-2 to Marcy. Swung on and missed. Woo! On that changeup. So 3-pitch strikeout there for Jonah Tong. 6 pitches, 6 strikes, 2 outs. That'll bring up Asterio Ruiz, who has been the biggest pain in the ass today. He has a triple and a double. He's scored both times, both runs for Miami. What happened to Andrew? I don't know where Andrew is. I guess he fell asleep. I don't know. And Tong misses high and away. 98 miles an hour on that fastball. So his first ball of his outing. 1-0 to Ruiz. Hit in the air. To right field. Benj. Moves back a couple steps. Makes the catch. Retires the side. 1-2-3 inning for Tong in his return to the majors. We go to the 7th. 9 outs to play with for the Mets. Down 2-1. Hey, offense, you want to do something? Can the Mets wake up? You'd hope so, right? Shout out to everybody in here, by the way. Make sure to hit the like button if you have not already. There's plenty of you in here who have not done it yet. So we advise you to do so. Tong pitching like he has a point to prove. Maybe he is. Looks a whole lot better than Manias. Good worse use of the word. It'll be Bichette, Soto, and Vientos for the Mets. Update from the Western Conference Finals. We have the Spurs. Wow. The Spurs are leading 17-4 right now in the first quarter. But again, it's a game of runs. A lot can change. Bo Bichette will lead off for the Mets against Yuri Perez, who has been cruising through 6 innings ever since the first inning, where Juan Soto hit the home run, but ever since then he's been pretty good. Bo Bichette fouls that fastball off, and it's 0-1. Bichette's 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up. Grounded out his first time up. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses outside. And it is 1-1 to Bichette. Perez now at 84 pitches. The 1-1 misses low. It was a hard sinker. Damn. And it's 2-1. 2-1. Yeah, the fastball misses outside at 100 miles an hour. But they called it a strike. Bo Bichette is going to challenge, and he's going to get that one, and it will be 3-1 the count. That was clear as day outside. Two inches outside of the plate. Completely missed there by the home plate umpire. 3-1 to Bichette. Lifted to right. Casey's under it. Makes the catch. 1 out. More people cheering for the Mets. Yep. And it looks like that's going to be it for Perez. So Soto will face a new pitcher, as Perez will be pulled. Looks like it's going to be Andrew Nardi. That comes in, and they're bringing in the lefty. Perez still throwing hit at 86 pitches as he gets an ovation, and they're going to pull him. Surprised. Really surprised, considering I'm surprised he doesn't throw 130 pitches tonight, because the Marlins act like every single Mets game is a World Series. So is Andrew all right? I don't know. Maybe he got something. Something came up. I don't know. He hasn't texted me back, so I'm sure he's okay. It'll be Andrew Nardi to face Juan Soto with 1 out and nobody on. For those of you in here, make sure to hit the like button if you have not already. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on post notifications. We are live pretty much every day for these watch-alongs, and as well as Mets Weekly Podcast, which I just finished up before this game started. It was live. Make sure to go check it out if you have not already. Andrew Nardi having himself a rough year so far. ERA over 5 and 19 innings pitched. As Perez's day is done. First pitch, swung on and missed at a changeup. And it's 0-1 to Soto. Soto's 2 for 2, as the Mets' only 2 hits today is a single and a home run back in the first, which was a rocket, giving the Mets the lead. They've since given it back. Looks like Soto's calling a timeout here. The 0-1. Sweeper misses outside, but it looks like Mack is going to challenge that, and he likely is going to get that call, and it'll be quickly 0-2 to Soto. There it is. So Marlins retain their last challenge. The 0-2 slashed foul down the first base line. Here's his home run in the first inning. Just a freaking missile. I've certainly put in a shift today. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. The 0-2. Fastball misses upstairs, and it's 1-2 to Soto. Except for 1 or 2 guys on this team. This here is minor leaguers making major league money. Disgraceful USA. One, two. Tap to shortstop. Sanoha makes the play, 2 down. That'll bring up Mark Vientos. Vientos is 0 for 2. First pitch is a changeup in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Sweeper catches the inside part of the plate, and it's 0-2. At least Swaggy can't hit into a double play. Damn right. The 0-2. In there for a called strike 3. He was definitely looking for something else there. Got fooled. And we go to stretch time here in Miami. 2-1. Mets still losing. This is very watchable, guys. Extremely watchable. Two for 22 tonight. Soto with both hits. Yep. That sounds about right. Juan Solo it is. Seventh inning wretch. That's funny. Some news. Chris Taylor, the utility man, he used to play for the Dodgers. He was on the Angels for a little bit. He just retired, age 35. Congrats to him. He had a few moments. Good for a little bit. Kind of fell off towards the end there. There's Mets' upcoming schedule. They finish out with this road trip in Miami. Then they go home to play the Reds, and they'll play Miami once again after an off day on next Thursday. So, Jonah Tong back out to the mound for another inning of work. First pitch, fastball misses upstairs to Owen Casey. Tong looks sharp in that first inning. Let's see if he can continue. The 1-0. Fastball in there for a called strike. 95 miles an hour. The 1-1. Changeup misses outside. 2-1 to Casey. Owen Casey gave the Marlins the lead in the fourth inning with an RBI single. The 2-1. Fastball misses outside. And the count's now 3-1 to Casey, with Joe Mack on deck. The 3-1 misses up and in. And it's a leadoff walk from Jonah Tong. That'll bring up Joe Mack. So Tong's got to settle in a little bit here. He gets medical for the rest of his life at 35 from a players' union. Yep, he does. Here's Joe Mack. He's 1 for 2. Infield single his first time up. First pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. So Tong having a little bit of trouble with the strike zone right now. The 1-0. Misses outside, and it's now 2-0. The 2-0, grounded to the right side. Simeon flipped to Bichette. The turn to first, double play. It is a 4-6-3 double play. 2 out and nobody on. Beautifully executed there by Simeon and Bichette. That'll bring up Javier Sanoja. Sanoja's 1 for 2 today. Double and a stolen base. First pitch to Sanoja. Popped up into shallow right field. Bench coming on to his left. Makes the catch. Retires the side. So a walk. Gets stranded by the double play. We go to the 8th. The Mets still down 2-1. Not bad from Jonah Tong so far. See how long they continue this one. We let Manaea pitch for most of this game. I'm not really going to blame Manaea because I think Manaea pitched okay. But, again, he wasn't very sharp, but he was good enough. The offense, has just disappeared completely in this game. So, that's pretty much the problem. Beatty, Simeon, and Ewing for the Mets in the 8th as they got 6 outs to get something going here, down 2-1. Right down the middle, and Vientos washes it. If in the dirt, he'll swing. Yep, the approach of Mark Vientos. Pretty much. Tyrone Taylor will pinch hit for Beatty. Leading off the top of the 8th, as Andrew Norby still in the game here. First pitch, it's in there for a strike. Fastball. Javier Sanoja goes from shortstop to left field. Graham Pauley replaces the right fielder Owen Casey. He'll bat 7th, playing for third base. And Esteury Ruiz will go to right field from left field. Otto Lopez replaces the third baseman Connor Norby. He'll bat 3rd, playing shortstop. So a lot of defensive switches there, and then an offensive substitution of Taylor for Brett Beatty. Oh, 2 to Taylor. Fastball fouled back. Taylor obviously still off the high of that game-tying 3-run homer against David Bednar against the Yankees earlier this week. The 0-2, changeup misses outside. Other than that, it hasn't really been that great of an offensive season for Taylor. 1-2 from Nardi. Swung on and missed at a slider. 1 down. As the Mets offense continues to shit themselves. This offense is abysmal. As bad as some of our pitchers have been, the season is on the offense. It's their fault. Where are we? Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. That's going to be it for Nardi, as looks like the Marlins are going to go to a right-hander to face Semien. So Nardi is done after 13 pitches. He faced the minimum, I believe, right? Faced 3 batters, retired them all. Marlins manager very active. Semien is definitely cool hand Luke on defense. Yeah, he's a good defender. Whoever said sweep, yeah, right. These teams can't even wait to play this team. Yeah. Only two people with competitive ABs tonight, Soto and Bench. I mean, yeah. Ewing had 1. That was good, but I think he struck out anyway. So. Other than that, it has been straight garbage. Straight crap. Crapito, as some people would say. Let me refresh this real quick. 2 hits, man. 2 hits. Anybody else enjoying it? Yes. Okay. Michael Peterson, with an E instead of an O, will come in. Right-handed pitcher. He'll face Semien. Told you they won't score again. Listen, that's not a hard bet to make, to be honest, because their offense has been that bad. Michael Peterson, hard-throwing right-hander, very tall right-hander. First pitch to Semien is popped up, and that'll go out of play into the first base seats. 0-1. Semien is 0 for 2. Popped up his first time up and then grounded out to first. The 0-1. That one misses inside, as the catcher Mack is going to challenge that, but he's not going to get it. So the Marlins are about to lose their second challenge. as they retained one the last time they tried it, but now they are out of challenges. Mets still have their challenges. So beat that, Miami. One. It's a slider that clips the top part of the zone, and it's 1-2 to Semien. The 1-2. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. 2 out, nobody on. Jesus Christ, man. This is unwatchable. Truly is. Just inept. Completely inept. A.J. Ewing is up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. First pitch, slider in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Fastball rides inside, and the count's now even. The 1-1. Misses low. It was definitely a strike, but the Marlins are out of challenges, so it's 2-1 to Ewing. Timeout called as a conference here on the mound with Mack and Peterson. This is rigged baseball, can't you tell? I think the Mets just suck. Pretty much, yeah. Two one. Slider in there for a called strike, and it's 2-2. Two-two to Ewing. Slashed foul to the opposite field into the left field seats. We'll do it again. Morabito on deck if Ewing were to get on. Two-two. Changeup misses outside, and that runs the count full to Ewing. Three-two. Slashed foul into the left field seats. We'll do it again. I miss Marte and his giant flip-flop. Yeah, Marte's doing okay as a part-time player in Kansas City right now. Oh. Props to Unk. Still kicking. The 3-2. Line drive. Base hit into right field, and Ewing is on with a 2-out hit. The Mets' third hit of the day. Good AB there from A.J. Ewing. And the Mets have themselves a base runner here with 2 outs in the 8th. Now, do you send Ewing here? I mean, manufacture a run somehow. I don't... Nick Morabito is up. Morabito's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Still 0 for 6 right now in his young major league career. Ewing with a lead off first. There he goes. And the throw by Mack. He is out at second. Maybe the Mets try and look at that, but that's going to retire the side as the Mets cannot get anything going. And yeah, that's going to retire the side here. As Ewing looks to be a little upset with himself there, getting a bad jump. It looked like it wasn't a good one. And yeah, nothing's going right today. Go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Miami. Darling's really fed up on the Mets. He's really, well, yeah, go ahead and do it. They deserve it. They're playing like garbage. One, two, and three hitters for the Marlins in the home 8th. See if they give Tong another inning. I would. Our fast guy has been thrown out twice in 2 games. Yeah, he didn't get a good jump on that one. I didn't see the other one. Yeah, he got a pretty bad jump on that. Okay. Vidal Brujan is coming in to replace center fielder AJ Ewing. He may have gotten hurt on that slide. So Vidal Brujan batting 7th now and playing shortstop. Shit. Tyrone Taylor remains in as the center fielder, and Bo Bichette goes to third base as Beatty is out of the game. So something must have happened there. I'm not sure what, but we'll see. The 1-1 fouled off. Tong back out for another inning. No post game tonight. Yeah, I usually don't do the post games. That's usually when Matt is here. I give my analysis on the podcast. All right. Can I teach these fucking morons to slide feet first? Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? Stupid when you dive face first. It's dumb. 1-2. Changeup misses outside, and it's 2-2 to Xavier Edwards, who is 0 for 4 today. Rare 0 for because he usually beats the shit out of the Mets. Pete Fairbanks, Miami's closer, who's been struggling this year, is in the bullpen. Looks like he'll pitch the 9th. Swung on and missed there. Change up. 1 down. So at least Tong looks sharp today. That's good. Maybe I might have jinxed him. I don't know. Taylor pinch hit for Beatty. Yep. So not bad of a long relief performance so far for Jonah Tong. Let's see if he can finish it up. First pitch to Liam Hicks. Fastball misses inside. Yep. And I get off here. I'm going to watch the Western Conference Finals. Maybe, watch some exciting sports. That'd be awesome. The 1-0. Lifted in the air to center field. Taylor is under it. He makes the catch. 2 out. So I don't know what happened with Ewing. I guess we'll get an update eventually. Was he benched? There's no way they benched him. Mendoza doesn't do that shit. Mendoza doesn't hold players accountable. Come on. Get the hell out of here. Here's Otto Lopez, his first AB of the day, and he hits that one down the right field line, heading towards the corner. Benj will not get into it as he crashes into the wall. It's a foul ball, and it's 0-1 to Lopez. Otto Lopez having himself a great season so far. 860 OPS. Got the day off today. Likely will be in the lineup tomorrow. Man, Tong still looks like a 12-year-old, man. The 0-1. Lifted to right field. Over goes Benj again, but that's out of play. And it's quickly 0-2 to Otto Lopez. Came in for defensive purposes.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. You?
I'm watching Ass. So, yeah.
Let me do this.
It's Matt Talks Rangers in the chat. Yeah.
It is Matt Talks Rangers. And we all have our Twinkies out today.
All right. That's grounded to shortstop. Vidal Brujan just in this game, as we still don't know why Ewing is out of here, but he throws him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jonah Tong, so not a bad relief outing for the kid. Maybe build some confidence in the majors as we go to the top of the ninth. Last licks for the Mets: Morabito, Terens, and Benj. All right. Yeah, Tong had a good outing. Pete Fairbanks.
There ain't nothing to talk about.
Yeah. Who started? It was Myers, then Mania came in for a few innings, and then Tong for a few innings. God, what a fucking bore of a game.
Well, top of the ninth, final 3 outs for the Mets here. Pete Fairbanks, former relief pitcher of the Tampa Bay Rays, in the first year of a multi-year contract with the Miami Marlins, is on the pitch to try to close out the game. And he'll face Nick Morabito. I didn't get to see him because I was just listening to the game on the radio, but the The two bench hits that Marcy robbed, what were they like?
Leaps at the wall. Yeah, one of them could have left the park. How do you let this guy bat? I don't really think there's really much of a choice in the matter, to be honest.
First pitch to Morabito, misses up and in for ball one. 98-mile-an-hour fastball there from Fairbanks.
Their bench is so awful.
Morabito over 2 in this ball game so far. Of course, he made a fantastic diving play as well in the outfield to save a run for the Mets. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed by Morabito on that up and in fastball.
They're probably not. It's probably nothing's going to change. But do you want the scoreboard? But
I already did it. I updated it.
oh, okay, cool, sick.
The 1-1 pitch to Morabito is in there on the outer half of the corner. Count now 1-2.
Snooze fest.
It's going to be Morabito, Torrens, and Benj in this inning. Fairbanks into his windup with the 1-2, and Morabito swings and misses to that up and in fastball, and he's down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the ninth. And now Luis Torrens will come up.
MJ Melendez will pinch hit.
Oh, okay, Melendez.
I mean, I compared. I compared AJ Ewing to Terang, but Morabito, no. Morabito's like fucking. I don't even know.
First pitch here to Melendez, and that breaking ball's in there on the inside part of the plate. Strike one. Melendez this year batting .219 with 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, and a .724 OPS. He's really cooled off since his hot start since coming up from Syracuse. The 0-1 pitch is fouled back at 99 miles an hour, and now Melendez is down the count 0-2.
McLean killed whatever momentum they had built.
It was a bad start. I mean, what the fuck do you want?
He was fucking ass, though.
Yeah, I know he was ass.
Very ass, like extra ass.
But so was Paul Skeens in his first start, and he was fine after that.
Cook him.
The 0-2 pitch to Melendez is just fouled off.
I just want to watch basketball. That's literally it. I give up watching this. This is ass. Mega ass.
The 0-2 pitch to Melendez misses up and away for ball one.
Oh, fuck it, joke.
The 1-2 pitch misses down and away. Now the count tied up at 2.
Tied at 45, 5 minutes to go in the first half with San Antonio and OKC.
The 2-2 pitch swung on a miss, dropped third strike, and the catcher tags him out for the second out, and the Mets are down to their final out here in the top of the ninth.
That better be his last AB with the club. That better be it.
And now Carson Bench will come up as the final hope for this Mets team tonight. Bench 0 for 3, robbed of a couple of base hits by Jacob Marcy. First pitch, misses outside for ball one. Two flouts and a ground out for Benj tonight. The 1-0 pitch misses up and in for ball two. Watch Jacob Marsick rob him ball to end the game, because that's how it would go. 2-0 pitch to Benj, and that just hits at the knees for strike one. The 2-1 pitch from Fairbanks, and that breaking ball misses up and away. 3-1 count to Carson Benj, and Bo Bichette is on deck.
Smells like the 5-hole hit. No, that's going to be Beatty.
Three-one pitch from Fairbanks, and that pitch.
Challenge it. You have two challenges.
Oh my god, dude! If you're not gonna use your challenge there, then when the fuck are you gonna use it?
Tomorrow. We're saving it for tomorrow.
If he strikes out here, I swear to God. Dude, like, you're down by one. Sure.
Whatever.
Sure.
He's a rookie, so he's not allowed to challenge. You get punished if he did.
The 3-2 pitch to Benj. Misses inside, ball four. Benj walks, and the Mets have some sliver of life here in the top of the ninth, and Bo Bichette will now come up. Yeah, he probably thinks that. Just like how he thinks Nationals Park is a roof.
Yep.
All right, Bo Bichette now up with a runner on first and 2 outs. He's 0 for 3 with a ground out, strikeout, and a fly out.
Come on.
Here comes the first pitch, and Bo takes that inside for ball one. You should steal with Benj here. 1-0 pitch to Bichette. Terrible swing there. Swings out of his shoes there on the cutter in the dirt. On the slider, per se. I don't know what the fuck he was swinging at, but sure, Bo. Slay King. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and miss on that 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and the Mets are down to their final strike of the ball game. And Fairbanks steps off. Benj leading off from first here. The 1-2 pitch from Fairbanks. And Bichette pops that ball into center field. Marcy under it. He'll make the catch, and the ball game is over. The Mets dropped the opening game of the series in Miami by a final score of 2-1. The offense, aside from a Juan Soto solo home run in the early innings, was lifeless. The pitching was okay for the most part. Jonah Tong was decent. Tobias Myers was solid. Sean Manaea, for whatever reason, he was pitching this game. I guess he was okay at best, but hey, listen, when you score one run, you don't deserve to win a ball game. So ultimately, this game comes down on the offense. But I mean, yeah. Not much else to say. They'll be back at it tomorrow for the second game of the series. 4:10. We'll be, of course, live 10 minutes prior to first pitch. Unfortunately, I will not be there tomorrow because I have work, so I won't be available for any point of the watch along. So, but you'll have Carson. Maybe Andrew's going to join. Who knows? But I mean, yeah, hopefully the Mets find a way to win tomorrow and tie up this series. Any thoughts, Carson?
That was amazing, man. It really was amazing. It really was. Truly
All
amazing.
right. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in for today's watch-along stream. Make sure to subscribe for live episodes of the Mets Weekly Podcast following every single regular season series. If you guys did not check out the last edition of the Mets Weekly Podcast, Carson did a fantastic job today. He broke down the National Series where, of course, the Mets split a 4-game set in D.C. So, like I said, if you guys didn't check that out, make sure you guys do. For those of you watching on playback and want to join the conversation in the future, make sure to turn on post notifications to not miss when we go live for the next game, which again, tomorrow, 4:10 p.m., we will be live 10 minutes prior to first pitch at 4 o'clock. So make sure you guys have your notification bells on and ready for that. Make sure to follow Mets Weekly on X and TikTok. Follow us individually. The links are all down below in the description. And as always, guys, let's go Mets, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.